DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Welcome to Lab Notes, brought to you by INCRadio, Virginia Satellite Studio. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Brother Andrew Wynn, live here from High Point, North Carolina. We will discuss cool winds, fog, changing air pressure, and science behind why October feels so much different than summer here, especially in the Northern Hemisphere. Now, we are blessed today with two very active, very enthusiastic guests, all the way from the locale of Charleston, South Carolina. Brother Mark Longett, please say hello to everybody.
Hello po to all the viewers and to all who are watching. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope that you will enjoy today's topic.
Thank you. And we know that you're a freshman in college, and your little brother is also with us today, Brother Eli Longett, a sixth grader. Brother Eli, please say hello to everybody.
Hello, thank you, brethren, for joining us here in this live. We hope you have a good time listening to this topic.
And Brother Mark and Brother Eli, thank you for being our guest. Also, we have Sister Lauren Voss with us, who is our guest panelist from the locale of Charlotte, North Carolina. Sister Lauren, say hello to everybody, and please ask our two trivia questions for those in the chat to answer later.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sister Lauren Vaz from the local congregation of Charlotte. So the trivia question that I'm be asking you guys today is, the first one is, what instrument measures the air pressure? And the second one is, what instrument measures the air temperature?
Very good. Thank you very much. And now we'd like our Kuya Tech to show us a slide that Brother Mark Longett will read to us. There's actually two slides. So we can be more informed about the cool winds and the causes of the cool winds. We're looking forward to hearing about cool winds, which Brother Mark Longett will read to us as soon as we see the slide.
All right, so cool winds are air movements that carry lower temperatures relative to their surroundings. They often result from their differences in air pressure and temperature between regions.
And what are the causes of those cool winds?
So the causes of those cool winds are pressure gradients. Air moves from high pressure, like cold areas, to low pressure warm areas. So that would be like tropics. The temperature differences: when warm and cool air masses meet, cooler air tends to flow under warmer air. And local effects: land and water temperature differences can create daily wind patterns. Like, for example, down here in Charleston, the warm air and the cool air, they sometimes conflict and they create different wind patterns.
Yes, it can get very windy this time of the year, but we have some questions for those on the YouTube chat, which you can also talk about. How would you describe the difference between weather in July and in October? I would definitely start with the temperature. Do you prefer hot summer days or cool fall days? I'm a much bigger fan of the cool fall days, as long as I can stay away from the harmful effects of hurricanes. Now, Sister Lauren, what do you prefer, hot summer days or cool fall days?
I have to agree with you, Brother Andrew. I love the cold weather because it helps me avoid the mosquitoes around, getting all sweaty. I love the cold weather.
Now, Sister Lauren, I'd like you to touch on our first discussion point.
Yeah, so we will start our discussion by I will be asking you, why does October have so much cooler winds, fog, and changing air pressure in comparison with July?
So that is being winds is air basically that is being pushed around due to an imbalance caused by pressure difference, as mentioned earlier, between two areas of the atmosphere. And in July, the heat is relatively the same in most regions, whether it be here in the United States or in Europe. And when a cold jet stream, especially here in the United States, comes bringing cool air down from up north, it causes for it to be cooler. Along to factor with that, the angle of the sun also not hitting certain parts of the earth as of that moment.
Very good answer. I noticed that today in North Carolina it was just over 11 hours, maybe 11 hours and 12 minutes of sunlight today. So that would mean there's more darkness than there's light on today, which would, of course, affect the weather patterns. But we're going to take a short break. What we're going to do is look at our chat and read some of those who chat. Brother Mario Oka, good morning here in the Philippines and enjoy watching here on INCradio satellite studio, Virginia. Greetings here from the locale of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North. Thank you for listening all the way from the Philippines. Sister Rachel May Longett says hello to all of us. Brother Ricardo Vaz says hello to brothers and sisters. Sister Hannelore Blandos from Richmond says it was great meeting the brethren in the local of High Point yesterday. Brother Jeffrey Malato says shout out to all the brethren from Charleston, South Carolina. Sister Marie Dillon says, greetings both to our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo Manalo, as well as our deputy executive minister, Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo. We love you, Paul. Sister Hannelore Blando says hello to Sister Lorraine. It was great seeing you in Texas at the choir gathering, and I'm sure a lot of choir members are saying that to each other, and very happy that they got to meet so many choir members from so many different places. Sister Marie Dillon says, happy 16th wedding anniversary to my hubby, Brother Dan. And Sister Marie Dillon says, shout out to Brother Wayne and Sister Joyce Gifford. And Sister Tandiekin says, it's great when it's cooler. Sister Tess is from the Nashville Extension and the Huntsville local congregation. And Sister Lorraine Lewinko says, we love the Longett family. Yes. And Brother Mark Longett says hello to Sister Gloria Cassidy. We loved her video presentation here recently on the show. A very good presentation. And Brother Jeremy Pizarro says from South Atlanta, hello, Po, everyone. So, Sister Lauren, if you could go to the next discussion point. No, oh, sorry, I will. Please touch on the changing jet stream and its effect on October weather. Explain how October features more clashes between polar cold air masses and tropical warm air masses and the resultant effects.
So, as I mentioned earlier, the jet stream brings down cold air to the south where there is warmer air. And the result of that, it mixes and it causes for the weather to become way cooler down here, as also, like I mentioned earlier as well, the angle of the sun hitting the earth. And because of the sun not hitting these certain parts of the earth, it allows for the jet stream to bring even more and more cool air, causing the already warm areas to get even cooler.
Detail how longer nights allow heat to radiate out of the ground, allowing the ground to more often reach the dew point to form radiation fog.
So with the longer nights, it causes for heat to rise out of the ground and the cold air. And once those two mix, it creates like the fog kind of effect. That's why sometimes if you notice, if you're driving out, you'll see like lines rising out of the ground. And that is basically what that process is.
When you drive, would you drive with the air conditioner on or the defrost on in those conditions?
I would drive with the defroster on, as it will allow the cooler air to like melt and it will allow for you to see one more piece of advice is keep your light on because the fog can sometimes get really heavy.
Thank you for that tip, especially for our younger drivers so they can stay safe. Sister Lauren, could you touch on our next discussion point?
Could you please explain how October features more clashes between polar cold air masses and tropical warm air masses and the resultant effects?
So cold, dense air creates high pressure, while warm, less dense air creates low pressure systems. So basically, in high pressure, cold, dense air systems, molecules are packed tightly together, while warm, less dense system, molecules are more spread around. And then because of that, if they collide, it can cause storms, even floods, sometimes even hurricanes or tornadoes. Sometimes it may even cause things to get a little out of hand.
You're correct. Some of that weather can be very disconcerting, and we have to be very careful and make plans. Explain how the jet stream becomes more amplified with deeper troughs of low pressure and ridges of high pressure, resulting in sudden drops in barometric pressure.
Troughs form where the jet stream dips south and cold air moves to warmer latitudes, while ridges form when larger mass of warm air moves into cool latitudes. It causes changes in barometric pressure and causes a stronger jet stream and faster winds.
Now, Sister Gloria Cassidy just chimed in our chat. Love your explanation, Brother Mark. Now, we'd like Sister Lauren to read our 2 trivia questions.
I would like to bring up our trivia questions once again and have our guests to answer. So, what instrument measures the air pressure?
It is a barometer, but
And what instrument measures the air temperature?
that would be a thermometer, but
And Brother Eli, although he is only in the 6th grade, perfectly answered and correctly answered those 2 questions. A shout out to Brother Eli, his family, and all the teachers he's ever had. Now, I would like to ask Brother Mark and then Brother Eli to give your shout outs to families and friends, please.
So first off, I would like to give our warmest greetings to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and to our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Ranyo Manalo, for allowing us to have these kinds of informational shows and allowing us to share this knowledge to all the brethren, not only within our district, but even around the world. I would also like to give a shout out to our district minister, Brother Steve Inocencio, and to our resident minister, Brother Jeff Maloto. And also importantly, I would like to give a shout out to my parents and to my family who help us and keep encouraging us to be part of these kinds of activities.
Brother Eli, would you have a shout out?
I would like to give our warmest greetings to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and also another warmest greeting to our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Ranyo Manalo. And I would also like to shout out all of the brethren that chimed into this live today. And I'd like to most especially thank our parents for allowing us to have stuff like this, and also the brethren that allowed us to join in this live. But thank you.
Sister Lauren, what's happening with our do-it-yourself?
All right, so now, Brother Andrew, we had a very amazing video on do it yourself. It's not coincidence, it's science about organic and fertilizer last week. So, and today we have another interesting video coming from the local congregation of Charlotte. So please, Kuya Tat, may you please play this another amazing video for us?
I'm getting excited.
Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Brother Cleric Varian, and I'm from the locale of Charlotte. and today I'm going to be making our DIY robot. I already assembled most of the parts to save some time, but I can show some of it. So I'll start off by wiring the battery pack to the motor driver. It'll give power to the motors here so that they can run. Alright, there we go. Alright, and after that we're going to connect the Arduino to the motor controller by plugging in the wires. And once all the wires are connected, we're gonna connect the two bases together using the screws, like so. And then just put a screw in every hole. And then the last one. It's all complete. Everything is all connected together. Okay, and once the robot has been all built, all assembled, we're gonna have this code here that we're gonna import into the robot in order for it to have instructions to move. So we have the robot, and then we have a USB that we're gonna connect together and plug it into the computer. From there, the code has been imported and the robot now has the instructions needed to move. Okay, after we have imported the code to the physical robot, now we have the code for the Raspberry Pi, which acts as the brain of the robot. So in this file, we have the code written for it to contact the Open AI API, which allows whatever you say to the robot, and then it returns back a response. And in this file, there's the code for recording any of the audio and voices that it hears. And so it processes it and then converts that into text so that the robot can read it and be able to send a response. Now that the code is all finished, the robot is ready to be demoed. So BMO, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm BMO. I'm here to chat with you and help you with various tasks. Whether you want to talk about something interesting or need assistance with a command, feel free to let me know. How can I assist you today?
BMO, can you shake your head?
I'm shaking my head. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Okay, so as you can see, you can speak to the robot and it will understand your voice and be able to respond to you, so you can use it as sort of like a assistant. And the robot can also move. BMO, move forward.
Moving forward now.
BMO, turn left.
Turning left now.
BMO, what's the largest animal on Earth?
The largest animal on Earth is the blue whale. These magnificent creatures can reach lengths of up to 100 feet and weigh as much as 200 tons. Despite their massive size, blue whales primarily feed on small shrimp-like animals called krill. They are truly one of nature's most incredible wonders.
BMO, say goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. It was great chatting with all of you. Take care and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. So now let's get to the science behind the robot. So it starts off with the human who gives a speech input. That speech input is then processed by our code, which then sends it over to the Open AI API as text. The API interprets the request and generates a AI-generated response. From there, the code takes that response and sends it to two possible directions. One direction goes to the speaker, where the response is converted into audio so you can actually hear it spoken back. The other direction goes to the Arduino, which receives movement instructions and can act on them in the physical world. So that has been the science behind the robot. Thank you all for watching.
Sister
What
Lauren,
a-
reaction.
So it was really interesting and unique video. Thank you once again, Brother Cleric Berrien from the local congregation of Charlotte for participating on It's Not Coincidence, It's Science.
And now it's time for current church news and updates.
Church current news and updates.
Thank you for your beautiful voiceover, Brother Michael Blash. Now, what is happening? First of all, Sister Lucy and Brother June, we wish you a happy anniversary. Second, happy birthdays to Sister Gail Bautista and Brother Mark Wynn. Also on Sunday, October 19th, we have Unity Games Golf Edition at 2 p.m. at Fort Jackson in beautiful South Carolina. And Saturday, November 1st, Society of Communicators and Networkers Appreciation Day, 3 p.m. in High Point, beautiful North Carolina. And that's what I have for church news. Now, we'd like to see what everybody else is saying in the chat. Brother Mark Longett says happy birthday to Sister Gail and Brother Mark. Brother Eddie Zacharias says, I'm lost at human. He. I think he's having humor with the robot. Sister Teskan Gekken from Huntsville says, what a great robot. Brother Jeremy Pizarro says, very talented youth. Sister Shyla Vaz says, good job, Brother Cleric. So I think many brethren were excited and enjoyed very much the robotics presentation in the DYI. That's not coincidence, it's science. So remember, there's interactions with the code. There's the audio part and there's the physical movement part. And I'm sure we're hoping that Brother Cleric will be back on with more presentations in the future. Thumbs up in the chat if you'd like to hear from Brother Cleric again. I know I definitely do. Now, we would like to go to the most active local congregation with Sister Lorraine.
Here are the winners of our most active local congregation. 5th place, Newport News, Virginia. 4th place, South Atlanta, Georgia. 3rd place, Macon, Georgia. 2nd place, Raleigh, North Carolina. 1st place, Charlotte, North Carolina. Congratulations to all our winners of our most active local challenge. See you all again next week here on INC Radio Lab Notes.
Mr. Rachel May Longett says, that is so cute. Brother Mike Blash says, shout out to Brother June and Sister Lucy, of course, for their anniversary. Sister Rachel May Longett says, good job, Brother Cleric. Sister Sila Vaz says, hello to the Berrien family. Sister Gloria Cassidy says, Brother Clarion, the robot is kind of funny, so she appreciates the robot. Brother June Anchetta says, hello to Brother Nathaniel Russell. He's from South Central States. He's a very, very active brother, and he's also on their radio shows there. So we're always very, very excited to see him. I'd like to say hello to behind the curtain, behind the scenes, Sister Lucy Anchetta.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you, Sister Lucy Anchetta and Brother June, and happy anniversary to you again. And thank you to our Kuya Tech and for all you do for making this possible. Cheers. All of you do a great job. Now, without further ado, this show would not be possible without some very important people who we deeply appreciate. First of all, maraming salamat po. Thank you very much to Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our beloved executive minister, to Brother Angelo Aranio V. Manalo, our deputy executive minister, to Brother Wally Tarai, our station manager, advance happy birthday, to Brother Manly Andaya, our executive producer, to Brother Stephen Inocencio Jr., our district supervising minister, to Brother Ray M. De Mesa, assistant district minister, to Brother Melvin Bayangoan, our Christian family overseer, and to Brother Denzel Van Malapit, our district multimedia advisor. We appreciate all your advice and your direction. So we would like to say goodbye. We will see you all next week on another episode. We would like to greet Sister Lorraine and Brother Harold as well. Thank you, Paul. Everybody have a great day. And if we, Kuyatek, if you can show us all in a quadrant waving, including our guest panelists, so that everybody can see us smiling and waving, and our appreciation for everybody who listens every week.
Thank you so much, Brother Mark and Brother Eli Langit and godparents.
Maraming salamat po to the Langit family and to the Vaz family and all you contribute to INC Radio Virginia Lab Notes.
Thank you, Paul.